Hello. Hello. Welcome back, or hello, I am Misha Grimes, and today I'm going to be doing something that I don't do too often, and that is a makeup tutorial. Because, I mean, I'm no makeup pro, I always say this, like, I'm no makeup expert, so don't take my word as correct. Just, you know, if you want to see how a normal girl, well, I'm really not normal, but you know what I mean, does her makeup, then keep on watching. Today's look, I'm going to do one that has been really, really highly requested, and whenever I post a photo where I'm wearing that eyeshadow, everyone's like, oh my gosh, what eyeshadow are you wearing? Oh my gosh, can you do a tutorial? So I was like, well, if I'm going to do a makeup tutorial, I'll start with that one, and then you guys can let me know what else you want. So, yes, we're going to take it from this to hopefully something a little bit more enticing. But yeah, so my lips are really chapped right now. So, where's my lip balm at? I'm that girl that can't do anything or go anywhere without lip balm. But anyway, we shall now actually get in to this tutorial thingy. I can hear my dog barking outside. Anyway, so, obviously there's someone with him. He's not just by himself, just to say. First of all, I'm just going to spray some, this is my little travel-sized version of the, what is it, the Smashbox 15-second primer water. I'm not even sure, but I've pretty much run out of it, so I just put it in this little one, and I need to go out and buy some more. I'm pretty sure though, if I just put water in a bottle, it would have the same effect. I'm also drinking my decaf black coffee. Feel free to grab a tea, a coffee, a hot chocolate, a cold beverage, whatever you fancy. But yeah, so that's done. I also just literally yesterday got my lashes infilled at Beauty Secret Clinic. I will link her down below on Instagram, and as we can see, they looking amazing. So primer wise, I'm going to go to my good old trusty that I need to buy some more of, Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Base Primer. Okay, well, at least I got some. I feel like I'm going to have to cut it open soon and start like scraping it out, because makeup's expensive. Like, I haven't actually said what this makeup look is. I think this is like a quite done up makeup look for me. Like, I don't wear makeup unless I'm filming or unless I'm going out somewhere like special, like to London. If I'm just around town where I live, I am quite literally in my pyjamas with no makeup on and probably like Ugg boots or slides. So yeah, this is more of like a done up look for me, and it's gonna be pinks. I went pinks because that is my favourite eyeshadow, warm tones, and I'm gonna mostly use the Huda Beauty palette. I think this is the first one. Don't know what, oh, it's called the Textured Shadows palette. But then also Makeup Forever eyeshadows. These ones are so cheap. They sell them on Beauty Bay. They're such a good price. I would highly recommend. Skin is primed, and first of all I do eyes. If I'm doing a really like glitzy look, I'll do eyes first, because otherwise I just feel like it goes into my foundation. To prime my eyelids, I'm just gonna use some concealer. Of course, it is the, I still don't know the name. Like, you know, you use that product so often, but you still don't ever remember the name. It's the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age The Eraser Eye. It's also got goji berries in it. And Patrick, who I'm probably going to talk about a million times in this video, but Patrick is a Manchester-based makeup artist who does my makeup when I'm in pageant land, and he does an insane job. And whenever he does my makeup, I always pick up bits that like I want to start using in my own makeup. So when he did it, he like went like that with the concealer under my eyes, and it gave it just a bit more of like a sharp finish. So I've started to copy him and do that as well. Thanks, Patrick. Blend that through to prime my eyelids. This is now the difficult situation where I'm like, I want to look at the camera, but then also I want to see what I'm doing. So, do I try and do it through the viewfinder? That's quite difficult, I won't lie. How do makeup people do this? Like, I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna first of all take my Huda Beauty palette, and I'm gonna use the colour Bay. I don't know the names of any of these, so this is gonna be really fascinating hearing all of them. But Bay is just like a nudie setting colour to use all over my eye to just set the concealer for a smooth base. I feel like I'm just repeating anything I've actually heard a beauty guru say, rather than because I came up with it myself. But then again, who actually like comes up with makeup? I suppose someone has to come up with stuff and then people just like copy it, theoretically. Like a halo eye and stuff like that, and like a winged liner. Who was the first ever person to think of a winged liner? I don't know. Now, as the first colour I'm going to lay down on my eyelids is Dirty Brush 101. Whoopsie. This is in the shade. This is going to test me. I'm going to have to open them. Some of the shades I know. Oh, I was going to say, is it Mango Tango? And it was Mango Tango. This is just like a light, everyday pink. I mean, maybe you don't go for an everyday pink. Maybe that's not a sentence in your vocabulary, but it is apparently for me. And as we can see, I just really roughly blend. My secret to eyeshadow, and it's not really a secret because everyone knows it, but I just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend some more. And then if I think I've done blending, I'll do a little bit more. Like, my greatest fear is, well, not my greatest fear, but my fear is that I'm gonna have unblended eyeshadow. And like, no one could tell if I had the tiniest bit unblended, but I can tell. I know it's there and it affects me. Do you guys like makeup tutorials, or do you find them really boring? Because I never really do them because I'm worried that they're boring and no one wants to watch them. So let me know, what do we think? Do we like them? Do we enjoy? Should I do more of them? Because people always comment like, oh, do this as a tutorial, but then I'm like, well, but would you actually watch it? Like, because obviously makeup tutorials aren't that short, because, I mean, obviously I can speed up what I'm doing whilst I'm doing it, but then I feel like, I don't know, you don't really get the full grasp of what I'm doing. I mean, I've already filmed 10 minutes worth and I've literally primed my eyelids and put down the first colour, so that kind of speaks volumes. But yeah, next I'm gonna take this shimmery one in the middle by Makeup Geek, and this is in the shade, in the spotlight. Darling, you're in the spotlight. And I'm just gonna get a brush, like a flat brush, to pack on the shimmer with. And it's not like a major shimmer, so don't go worrying that I'm gonna go like completely bright on us. It's like more subtle, it's quite nudie. How do people do makeup tutorial videos that are like 10 minutes long? I feel like that would be the 10-minute makeup challenge, and that's all I could do in those 10 minutes. Like, oh, it takes me like 10 minutes to do each eyebrow. Going back to the Huda Beauty palette, I'm going to go to the bright pink, which is called Flamingo, and I'm just going to pop some of that in my crease as well. So there's Man-Eater. That's quite funny that this is my favourite colour, the whole entire palette, and it's called Man-Eater. The complete opposite to me. So I'm just going to pop this in my outer corner area, slash still through the crease because it's not that dark. We're going to go in with Bossy and Cocoa, and again put that in the outer region. So that is my eyes pretty much done, but as we can see they are not perfectly matching, but YOLO, who's got time for that? I'm now gonna grab a makeup wipe, clean up my, oh, drop it on the floor, clean up my hands. I feel like I mostly just use makeup wipes to clean myself. It's ridiculous. And then I'm also just gonna clean up a little bit under here where the tiniest bit of shadow. So I've actually stolen this from my sister, but it's the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation, and I mean, I'm just that person that just tries out random foundations, and it looks quite dark, but what I actually do, I take this from Becca. Now this is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, so it's like a liquid highlight. Don't know if you guys can see that, and I mix it in with the foundation because I'm a dry skin gal, so I don't really need a matte finish. So then I just kind of use my hand like a what's it, not a painting board, what's it called, I'm not sure, like a palette almost, and then just paint it on my face, and it kind of pales down the shade and gives me a nice shimmer, which is brill. I just squeezed it and like a massive blob of liquid just came. Oh, look at all this like juice. Ew, ew. Okay, I must have hit a water pipe. Now I'm going to take my dampened beauty blender and just beat my face. Where is it? It was in my eyeshadow drawer, that's why. I'm just going to take this MAC concealer palette, and what I sometimes do is grab the really yellow shade and just pop that under here. It's when I haven't had much sleep and I've got some nice bags. I'll just put this as a base before I put my actual concealer. Oh, got a hair stuck. Come on, hair. Oh, you know when a hair sticks to your foundation and you genuinely can't. There we go. Now I'm going to use the shade 02 Nude in the Maybelline Instant... Oh, I just got my nose. Age Rewind Concealer. My favourite part is just using the little spoolie squidgy bit. And then I'm also going to put some on the top of my forehead, on my chin, down my nose, and just kind of everywhere. That concealer does make all the bit of difference, to be fair. Now, although I've got dry skin, I do powder under my eyes, like I set under my eyes and like this sort of area. So I take my Forever Loved Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I sort of just like press it in. Am I the only one that thinks every single time you do a makeup look, it never turns out the same? Like this eyeshadow looks so different to when I normally do it, but we're just going with it. No surprise that it's the Hourglass bronzer. But yeah, this bronzer is insane, but it's very expensive. So yeah, I'm getting as much out of it as I physically can because I'm not quite sure I want to spend the money on it for another one, but it's so good. As we can see, no contouring in sight because I'm just not the person that contours. I feel like it's way too highbrow and skilled for me. I think I'm going to use this one. It's a really old Bobbi Brown blush compact like square in the shade Nectar. And I really went off this, but I've got back into it. It's more of like a natural blush because I feel like I can't go too pink because obviously my eyes are very pink. So it's more. And I do bring my blusher up quite high because like I don't just want it on the apples of my cheek and then there to be like a white patch. A missing patch. What to use for highlighter? I'm going to use this bad boy from Smolder Cosmetics. This is in a pan, not that much. On your face, kind of got out of really bright highlight for a bit, but I'm kind of back into it now. Whoopsies. Ugh, I've got bits of dry skin on my nose. Can we see that? Can we see it? I need to like tweezer it off. Sorry if you think that's gross, but any other choice. Where's my tweezers? I promise I won't pull out chunks of my face. I'm keeping this PG, peeps, don't worry. There we go. Now, when Patrick, who I mentioned earlier, did my eyebrows in Pageantland, he used an eyebrow powder and it looked really nice. So, I tried doing it yesterday and I feel like it did look quite nice. So I'm going to use the Avon Mark Perfect Brow Sculpting Duo. I'm only going to really use the powder though. So what Patrick did when he used it, when he did them, is he completely brushed them up. And then, I don't actually know what brush he used. So Pat, if you're watching this, if you could let me know, that would be brilliant. But I'm just going to take this Anastasia brush, but I feel like this might be a little bit too precise. So I just kind of based my brush in the colour. And then treat it as though it's an eyebrow wax. I don't know how makeup artists can do that thing when they do a line and it looks like a hair. I just can't do that. I more treat my eyebrows like they're a colouring book and I just kind of fill them in. Totally what all the pros do, don't they? Just highlight my brow bone. I don't think I could ever not highlight my brow bone. It's just one of those things that I always do and I can't help it. The NYX Brow Gel. I probably need to buy a new one of this because mine's majorly running out. But this is just my saviour. You guys will probably see that I use a right mix of high-end and drugstore makeup. Do I call it drugstore or high street in England? I'm not even sure. Is drugstore an American word? Who knows? I hate having nothing on my lash line. If I've got something heavy up top, I have to match it. Where's my brush for my bottom lash line? I have like the brush that gets used. Where is it? Shut, you better not have lost it. Nope, that's not it. We're going to try this one from Barry M. Don't know how old this is, but we're going to go in with Man-Eater and just pop it along my bottom lash line. Oh, this brush is nothing in comparison to my normal brush. This is like the sort of makeup I do in Pageantland, and I know whenever I have like a glitzy makeup in Pageantland, everyone's like, oh my gosh, do a pageant, get ready with me tutorial. So this kind of is a mixture of everything. Like it's my go-to glam look, it's my pageant look, It's a Huda Beauty palette tutorial. It's a bit of every single thing. I'm gonna actually line my waterline. I've got this black kohl pencil, which is literally from some like random organic store. I think it got sent to me. I'm not quite sure how I have it. And I just, again, colour in. Can we see that it just makes it a little bit more smoky? Okay, let's mascara up my bottom lash line. Of course, the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. By the way, I will, of course, link absolutely every item that I'm talking about down below. Now, for my lip liner, I've actually got a newbie, and Mum's been using this for years, but I've never actually tried it. And then I used hers the other day, and I was like, wow, this makes me look like I've had lip fillers. What the hell? So this is MAC Spice Lip Liner, and ooh, that's very sharp. I've never been someone that has overdrawn their lips, because I just don't think it looks right. And I still don't, but I don't think I ever really used to pencil in my lips that much. So I'm just going to draw these in and you guys can see how darn juicy and voluminous my lips look. Considering this is a pencil liner, it's actually really soft. Like, you know those lip pencils, okay, I can't talk and lie. You know those lip pencils that are really like dry and really drag on your lips? This isn't one of them. As you can probably see, I don't have a very precise cupid's bow. Like, I don't really have a cupid's bow. Chloe, my best friend, literally has the most insane cupid's bow. It's like a triangle, but I just don't have that. Another thing with lip liners is I actually fully draw it in as though it's a lipstick. Now I'm gonna spray some of my setting spray / the Smashbox primer again and do my trusty little mole trick. As we can see, my moles are there, but because I've got foundation and blusher and highlight on them, you can't really see them. But I've learnt to love my moles. I love being a moly. If you have moles out there and you don't like them, trust me, one day you'll be like, actually, they add to my face. And I remember the days when I used to get called moly and be like, what's on your face? Blah, 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 blah. And I'd just be like, ugh. Whereas now I'm like, yo, I got moles. They're a redeeming feature. They make me a little bit different. Yes. Sorry for that random little interlude rant there. The funny thing is, the guy that used to be mean to me for having moles now tries to message me on Facebook. I'm like, go away. For lipstick, I'm now going to use NARS, I think it's like the Audacious Lips in Julie, and I feel like this just lightens up the sort of darker liner. Lastly, I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in Apple Dumpling, and this kind of just adds a bit more pinky into it. But I mean, you could wear any lip colour with this eyeshadow, to be fair. And that's me done! My lips look huge. I always get lipstick tea. I don't know why. Yeah? Yours. So that is a get ready with Misha / tutorial / pink eyeshadow look / anything you want it to be. But I hope you guys have enjoyed nonetheless. Let me know what we think of these videos. Like, do we like them? Do I not bother? I won't be offended either way. Like, obviously I have to do my makeup. Well, I don't have to, but I choose to do my makeup when I film YouTube videos, so it doesn't really take much longer for me to film me doing it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Also, this footage right now is about 45 minutes, so I'm hoping that I've managed to edit it down to more like the 20-minute mark. Fingers crossed, people. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notifications so you always know when I've uploaded. I would love you forever. Thank you very much. And yes, anything else? I always feel like I forget the things that you're supposed to say at the end. I suppose there's no like rules, but yeah. Subscribe basically. Anyway, over and out. I will speak to you all in the next video, which will be tomorrow. So stay tuned. Toodle pip. Love you guys lots. Bye.